All right, guys, how we doing? It's your boy Frag-Jitsu coming at you with a non-biased opinion on Argos. I'm not in cahoots with the company. I am not getting sent anything free, nothing like that. I will let you know if that ever happens. But right here, I just picked up 5 more samples. I woke up with a fresh nose. I'm good to go. No fragrance of the night last night. Woke up, no fragrance of the day today. I'm fresh nose, midday, ready to go. Got work in a few hours, so I really wanted to just pick one of these to wear today. I'm going to smell them all on strip, pick one to wear on skin. And we have 5 that I have not yet smelled. So if you guys are familiar with the channel, I do have 6 other bottles from them. I've featured them already. I already did full videos on them and my opinions on them. Basically, to sum it up, 1 out of 6 of them became a forever fragrance for me. So what is a forever fragrance for me? That's a fragrance that I will always have. That's my core and my heart of my collection. I'm still developing what are and what aren't my forever fragrances. And my ultimate end goal, even with this channel, is to discover forever fragrances, things that I will have until the end of my collection, until the end of time. And I want it to be a small core group of fragrances that kind of go with me wherever. So if I had to up and go really quick and I can only grab a small collection, these are the forever fragrances that I would get. And Fall of Phaeton is one that I'll always keep stocked. It was my wedding fragrance. Yes, I did use it on a very important day in my life, and it was a hit. It was a success. I really like that fragrance. I wear it and I wear it and I wear it. I'm going to get another bottle of that. So there are fragrances where I would get another bottle. There are fragrances where that I would always have and forever fragrance them. So for me, that's just a terminology I like to use and semi-important to when I talk about these. I will consider if any of these will be one of those ones where I'll even get the first bottle of. I'll let you guys know how my taste goes, but I'll try to describe them as well. Try to describe where they sit. Now, Argos has this specific art to them. Now, this is one of their first fragrances, Pour Homme. I've never smelled it. I have no idea. I've never even heard about it. It's got the notes inside the book listed. It's got the bottle showing. So this is the only bottle, too, that I've seen that doesn't look like the other ones, the actual bottle in that image. It doesn't look like the following bottle. So this was the first fragrance they put out before they changed their bottle, I guess, into that kind of bottle, which I have inside. I just didn't grab them. So you see that more rectangular vertical bottle. This is Love Triumphs Over War. I wanted to smell this for a long time. Definitely looking forward to it. I've also wanted to smell Adonis Awakens for a long time. Definitely was looking forward to this. I'm super excited personally for this because I've just heard about them for a long time. A lot of people I know have been enjoying this house for a while. And I also have 6 fragrances from them. So I was always curious. And I blind bought every single one of those. And I did not sample every single one of those. Let that go on the record. This will be the first samples that I get from the house. And I dig it. I like it. I like the color of the juice too. I feel like it matches. The marketing is successful. It works on me. I love the bottles. I like the art. I don't think it's bad at all. I don't think it's tacky. In fact, I really enjoy it, and it's pretty. It's cool to look at. I like the use of artwork. All right, it's very nice. So let's smell their first fragrance that they put out. Let's get right into it, guys. Fresh nose again. I'm very excited. Before we spray it, let's do a little read here. It's looking like a sensual masculine blend. Looks like something fresh. You see gin, lime, pine, lavender, violet, vetiver, sage, amber, neroli, musk, and patchouli. So something I noticed with this house, they always jam pack it with the notes, which could be to its detriment or to its advantage. Depends how you look at it and what the experience you're looking for is. They usually do go heavy-handed, and they usually jam a ton of stuff in, which tends to lean these all into a linear experience or some kind of bass-heavy experience where they just linger. They're really strong fragrances generally, guys, so even sampling these 5 is probably going to blow my nose up. So let's try Argos Pour Homme. This is their first fragrance. I'm not sure what to expect. It sounds like a masculine classic fragrance. Yeah, this smells like one of those like late 90s, early 90s fragrances. Actually, the first thing I'm thinking of, what it's similar to at all, it doesn't really smell like it, and I'm not sure if I like it even as much, but the Bulgari Pour Homme Extreme, it's in that direction for sure. It's pretty light. Not really for me, not something that I like, but if you guys want something like that, like a masculine, kind of easygoing classic thing, it's fairly good like that. Not a hit for me, definitely not something I would get right away, right off the bat. Not my favorite thing ever, but I'm surprised because it really doesn't smell like the textbook Argos stuff. Like Argos is usually like syrupy, dense blends, like super packed with stuff, like fruity, syrupy. Now this is fresh, light, a lot of space, a lot of air, handsome, you know, clean, fresh. It has a green style of note to it, and some maybe citrusy style of note. It's kind of like that Bulgari Pour Homme Extreme, very much in that direction. You'd have to figure out which one of those two you like more. But yeah, not what I expected at all. Very interesting. I think the violet is also something going on, and vetiver. But not a authoritarian style or a tough guy vetiver. This is like a gentle kind of in the background vetiver. It's just colorful in that way. It's like light greens and clear and airy. Not my deal here. Very fresh and kind of subdued in a way. I'm looking more for this house for what it does well, which is that bombastic kind of boom, like that in your face, punchy florals and fruits and syrupy nature to these fragrances. These tend to be extremely dense and very fun. So let's do Birth of Venus. Now I imagine this is marketed as a feminine fragrance, but I just don't think you can just write it off. I mean, I like some feminine fragrances too, but I'll let you know in a second. Now, before we go into it, I'll just read a little bit of the most important notes. Let's see here. It's got jasmine sambac, narcissus, rose, iris, violet. So we're looking at citruses, fruits like peaches, lavender freshness. We got iris in here. It might be powdery, raspberry, chocolate, amber, vetiver. Man, it's just overwhelming the amount of notes I'm seeing here. Like just the base notes, amber, vetiver, cedar, labdanum, sandalwood, and cashmere. This is going to be crazy. I have a feeling it's going to be either over or under delivering. Let's see. All right, stains the strip for sure. Oh, it's beautiful. Perfumey, girly. Beautiful though. Quite dense. Very dense, floral. But there's that raspberry. Like it has a juicy, like semi-gourmand raspberry with the florals. Very complex and pretty. It smells expensive for sure. It's dense. I'm envisioning just like chocolatey. It's not outright chocolatey, guys, but it has this chocolatey raspberry thing kind of swirling in it. And these really pretty florals. Very beautiful, very almost powdery, beautiful florals. They're juicy. It's a juicy fragrance. Yeah, mostly in the feminine realm. Mostly in the feminine realm, but you guys can get away with this. It has no mean edges at all. There's nothing like edgy in it at all. It's very beautiful. It's very pretty. It's very thick. Yeah, it's thick, it's dense, it's heavy on the it's a heavy fragrance. But it does have, I got to say, it does have a dynamic range to it. It does have a top, middle, and base. You can feel it like when you smell it. It's not just like a thick syrupy mess. This is really pretty. So Birth of Venus is, I'd say, a very good fragrance that I would consider. Maybe I would get the 30 ml of this. I do find a little bit of this and Palace Athene, which I already have, kind of clashing with each other, like in redundancy. And this could have some redundancy with a lot of things that I've smelled in the past. Very identifiable kind of smell. Very something I've like smelled before, but it's done really well, and I have to commend it for that. It's really good. I could see the hype. Very fun and good smelling fragrance. That's Birth of Venus. A lot going on here. You got to really sit with it and wear it for a while before you can give a rating. I'm not going to rate these. I'll just let you know if I would get a bottle or not. Now we have Brivido Della Caccia. Again, I just don't know what to expect here. We're seeing juniper berries, mate, absolute. I have no idea what that smells like. Tonka bean, rich amber, leather, birch, smoky, maybe. Pepper, sage, and juniper. Iris, tonka, birch, amber, leather. So I'm expecting like a masculine, something masculine and mature here. I'm just expecting that. Let's see if we are correct. Let's spray. 1, 2. Okay. Wow, the leather comes forward right away, but it's not overwhelming. A lot of green, a lot of air to this. It's an airy green leather fragrance. It almost reminds me of a vetiver, like a crisp kind of fragrance. Leather is very prominent here. It's not overly done for sure. Oh man, this is mature. This is mature. This is a little bit tough guy, a little bit. It reminds me of a similar leather that's in another fragrance, Baccio Immortale, from the same house. It reminds me of that leather note. In fact, I feel like these two would be sort of clashing. I think Baccio Immortale is a little bit more overcommitted to what it's doing. And for some ways, I think that these could be like flankers to each other in a way. Baccio Immortale has this leather note, but it has a little bit of fruitiness in it. And it has a bunch of this green, kind of crisp, old school, that green, airy, old school Bulgari Pour Homme extreme style of thing, like mixed into it. Very interesting, pretty masculine, clean Brivido Della Caccia. Very interesting here. The leather is really, really prominent, guys. A little bit of smoky leather to it. I don't get a lot of this other stuff that they say is in it for sure. I feel like the clary sage and juniper are really that's what's maybe giving me that old school like masculine vibe. Really nice, fresh, clean, easy to go, gray shirt style of fragrance, like gray suit style of fragrance. Definitely formal sort of fragrance, like a safe formal sort of fragrance. Like you could wear it, to work, to a funeral, whatever. Yeah, Brivido Della Caccia. I wouldn't get this one personally. I feel like I have Baccio Immortale already, and that's sort of like a more interesting version of this. But that surprises me too, because Brivido Della Caccia sort of breaks away from what I sort of had this impression of what Argos was about. Like, because I have 6 bottles, right? I thought that they just had this like dense syrupy profile, but no, I just smelled 2 that were totally outside of that realm. More in that light, old school style of like early 2000s, late 90s. Fresh green style of fragrance, that crisp, semi-naturalistic, but then they darkened it with leather. I like it. It's good. It's pretty nice. Let's see, Adonis Awakens. I think this is the one I'm most excited for. I think that, the rose can be a conflicting thing for me, and I heard that this is a really wonderful rose fragrance for men, so I like the color on this too. It's really nice. Let's read a little bit. Bergamot, grapefruit, peppercorn. That's a great opening, just to hopefully that we get that. Bulgarian rose, jasmine, vanilla, chestnut, raspberry. So I saw raspberry in that other one, and I wonder if these are going to have some clash. Like they're almost like the same thing, like flankers of each other. Sandalwood, cashmere, and rose. Yeah, very similar to the notes that I just read from Birth of Venus. I mean, down to like very small differences between the two. Just different sorts of florals in this one, and I guess less notes, which might be really good. I wonder if this is supposed to be related to Venus, because it's Adonis. But anyway, let's do it. Maybe too many sprays? Oh, okay. Actually, less syrupy than I expected. Quite interesting. These are also, I feel like, made for skin. Maybe the warmth of your skin helps to push out the different densities of the many, many ingredients and notes that are in these. Very hard to explain this one, but it almost smells to me like a rose oud fragrance. It almost has that to it. It's very interesting. Much lighter than Birth of Venus. I don't get the chocolatey raspberry thing at all, even though it's listed here that there's sort of a chocolate and raspberry, chestnut raspberry thing. There's no chocolate in this at all. This smells upscale. It smells dressed up. It doesn't smell casual at all. It smells dressed up, and it also smells pretty, like a woman could wear this. But I think the jasmine Sambac, they said it's in here, and you can kind of get that. It's that complex white floral jasmine where it almost is turning sour. I don't know if you guys have smelled that super naturalistic style of jasmine before, but it's prominent. It's really prominent, and I like it. This one's really good. I'm surprised again, actually. There's a lot more mid and top than I expected. A lot of people are going to like this one for sure, especially if you're more leaning towards like French perfumery. I feel like this one captures the French perfumery style of stuff a little bit better. Really good. I would wear this for sure. It's different too. It's not something I have. Adonis Awakens. It's not what I expected though, for sure. It definitely subverted my expectations. I mean, that's a me problem. Extremely floral, white florals, rose, fresh. I try to think if another house released this in their bottle, would it be convincing? Like, it's definitely different. I'm not sure I would get this though. I would wear this sample and see what happens. It's got a lot of uplifting brightness to it. A lot of floral and bright. Let's see what we got. I feel like rose jasmine are like the main thing here, guys. Like rose jasmine. Everything else is just kind of like a supporter. Definitely bright too, so maybe that's the grapefruit kind of thing coming through, being bright. I don't get vanilla or chestnut or raspberry at all, guys. So it says it's in here, but I'm not picking that up right now off the paper. It might come off skin though. That's the whole difference. So I'm still considering which one of these to wear. Let's try one last one. Now, love triumphs over war. Let's take a look at that. Very interesting. Love triumphs over war. I didn't read any of the stories to you guys because I just don't. There's a story in each one of these about, you know, why these are named this way and the painting, and it's all sort of related. I don't have the energy or time to do that. I'm not really too into it anyway. I'm more utilitarian with my use cases. I like the story. The story that's relevant to me from this house is the actual owner's story, the entrepreneur, and his kind of success, right? That to me is the story. This stuff is all, to me, just marketing. It doesn't really get me going, but if you want to, you could sink into this. If you're really into the paintings, if you're really into like the stories behind it and you want to go along with it, I mean, you could sink into this and kind of get a lot out of it. I feel like it's a little bit of a smart person thing, and I'm kind of a dumbass right now. Early morning, don't have the energy for it, just want to smell some fragrances and find something for me, something that's awesome. So I'm going to look at the notes here, and guys, this is the most notes that I've seen ever. I don't think I've ever seen this many notes before in my life. I don't even know if I want to read them, but let's go for it. I'm going to go from top to base. I'm not going to tell you where. Bergamot, lemon, rose, black currant, orange, tuberose, raspberry. That was the top notes. Violet, clove, geranium, gardenia, iris, ylang ylang, cinnamon bark. Amber, white musk, patchouli, vanilla, Mysore, sandalwood, cashmere wood. Wow, what a mouthful. What a huge amount of notes to keep track of. Clove in here has me ringing bells. Sometimes I really love me a clove. Cinnamon's one of my favorite notes for sure when it's done right with orange. So much fruits, so much different colorful florals. Heavy ass base of patchouli, vanilla, white musk, amber, sandalwood, and cashmere. Man, they really are just going super ham on the notes. I don't know, guys, if more is always better. Let's see if I get that many different things out of this. Oh, wow. This also reminds me of some French perfumery. This actually reminds me of a Rania J thing. Why does it remind me of that? Wow, so floral-centric, super floral-centric. It's beautiful, guys. It's a beauty. It's really, really beautiful. And I'm getting mostly like citrusy white florals, a little bit of a linen thing. It reminds me of French perfumery again. Like, it's giving me that French perfumery vibe from all of these houses that I've smelled that were like the high quality ones. This smells really high quality. Wow. I think you guys might be impressed with this one. I'm just kind of stricken by the amount of notes. Like, you might not be able to find any one of these notes, really. Because I'm getting like a jasmine style of smell here. And there's no such thing in this fragrance. Wow. So it's actually a much more simple smell than what I'm seeing on these notes. Definitely has a little bit of a bitterness. Like, you know when you smell natural flowers and they're slightly bitter? I'm getting that. Very floral. So all of these have been kind of similar. Really interesting here. It's beautiful though. Not sure if it's for me. I don't think it's a fragrance for me at all. Yeah, I would never wear Love Triumphs Over War. I'm glad I didn't blind buy a lot of these. I was gonna. At one point I was gonna blind buy Adonis Awakens because of all the reviews on it, but I definitely am glad I did not blind buy them. So far, I don't know which one I would wear today. I really don't know. They're like pretty floral and feminine, generally speaking. Like, let's see, the three of these, if I smelled the three of these, on different strips. I'm not sure I could figure out which one's which yet. They all do have a similar style of presentation. They're identifiable, they're different, and I think on skin, when I give them a chance there, they will shine. It's so heavy in the air right now, it all just became this really, I mean, it's beautiful, it's very beautiful. This beautiful mix in the air. I'm starting to taste it a little bit. It's strong, guys. Like, this stuff is strong. These three for sure, very strong. And I could still smell the leather hanging in the air from Brivido Della Caccia. I'd say my least favorite, and the one I would never really smell again, is Argos pour Homme. Albeit, it did stick out and do something different as I've expected from this house. There's about 4 fragrances now from the house that sort of smell similar, very similar to me. These floral, extra dense floral concoctions. I'm not sure having a million notes is to the benefit or to the detriment of the house. I'm really not sure. I dropped that. But I'm really not sure if that is to the benefit or the detriment. I find myself slightly confused after reading the notes and I try to search the fragrance. In a vacuum, without trying to consider the notes though, these were mostly predominantly floral fragrances, one of them being slightly gourmand with that raspberry vanilla, raspberry chocolatey thing. I think Birth of Venus was the most interesting one. Out of these two, I was sort of let down by Adonis Awakens so far. Don't really like Adonis Awakens. I was, you know what it is? Maybe because I was hyped. I was expecting more from it. Love triumphs over war. Smelling really good in the air. I was actually shocked at the French perfumery style of fragrance here. I didn't expect that from them. It does remind me of French perfumery. It reminds me of these high quality houses, and I feel like it could compete with some of them for sure. It's definitely up there, definitely holding its ground. Definitely give it, I definitely give it credit. I give credit where it's due. I think I'm gonna wear Birth of Venus, guys, with the raspberry. This is that raspberry chocolate one. Not that that's the main thing, but that's the difference. That's the difference between those and these. There's something proprietary throughout Pallas Athene, Birth of Venus, Adonis Awakens, and a little bit in Love Triumphs Over War. There's some proprietary floral blend that I definitely am getting. It's very Argos, it's very identifiable, and it's kind of a lot. It's definitely heavy. So I'm gonna spray 2 sprays of this. We're gonna go on each arm. So 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 sprays on each arm. That's 4. 2 plus 2 is 4. Quick maths. Yeah, this is nice. I'm actually getting, see right off the skin, guys, all those juicy fruits just came out. Like, it's just way juicier. Yeah, it's juicier, it's smooth, and now I'm getting a lot more of these other things, like the iris for sure. It has this creamy tone to it. Juicy, creamy, floral. It's a little mouth-watering. It's beautiful. Perfumey, if you guys know what that means. For me, that's just like high-quality women's fragrance. I get that a lot. But it's unisex. Like, I could pull this off. It's fresh. It does have a little bit of a shampoo-y kind of thing. It's reminding me of like a soap that I've smelled before. Mixed in. Very good. Actually, I like this one. This one is Birth of Venus. I like this one. This is probably the winner of the day for me, for sure. Yeah, Birth of Venus is the one that I would consider that I actually like. The other ones, I think Love Triumphs Over War would be in second. So let's do it like a ranking here. Birth of Venus, rank 1 from this set. Love Triumphs Over War, number 2. Something about the florals here was very, very high quality, and I enjoyed that. And then the rest just kind of fall together in last place. Brivido Della Caccia, though, interesting. The leather, green, masculine, a little bit austere, a little bit commanding. I liked it. It was pretty good for that. And then Adonis Awakens and Pour Homme are just kind of at the bottom of the heap for me. I wouldn't consider them, but they're actually good, just not for me. There is definitely a variety of appeal here for different styles of use cases and different kinds of people. Although there is a thread throughout most of these that I'm starting to see a little bit of a repetitiveness. Not in a bad way. Something about their proprietary like ingredients, the backbones of these things, just uncanny. I could definitely see that they're all related. And this one's freshening up a lot, actually. It's freshened up. It's really, really nice. This is Birth of Venus. Very pretty. I feel like this is a nice, actually, laid back version of that floral monstrosity that they're capable of. Like Palace Athene is a punch in the face. I actually have a bottle of that. Really like it though. Definitely excited to try some of the new stuff from the house. I really want to try Neptune's Trident, Sharon's Veil, Nemean Lion, which is not a new one, but that's an Oudi, supposedly animalic, like old school smell, Middle Eastern style of smell from them. I want to try that. And then Karen's Veil, if I didn't say that already, it's like an oud fragrance. So definitely have a few there. And Midas Touch just came out. Definitely looking forward to getting my hands on that someday. I'm not in a crazy rush. I have a lot of great fragrances that I'm surrounded by. This was fun. I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully there was some value here.